What is happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel in the MCU. Kang is a man of many variants. Although Kang the Conqueror was killed off at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, it is unclear when one of the most potent variants has actually perished, as Jonathan Majors' character seemed to have a more enigmatic future in the post-credit scene with the Council of Kangs. It's no secret that Kang will appear in several MCU movies and TV shows because he can manipulate the multiverse. And one of those appearances is reportedly in Moon Knight Season 2, according to r/Marvel Studio spoilers on Reddit. Who wouldn't want what the rumor mill has to offer when it comes to Moon Knight? Moreover, Moon Knight proved to be a fun ride when it debuted on Disney Plus last year. Despite being a touch chaotic, which some would argue was fitting for a series about a character with numerous personalities. And now, although he had made it clear that he didn't sign a long-term contract with Marvel Studios, Oscar Isaac appears eager to play the part again. And even though Moon Knight was currently described as a limited series, it would be absurd to expect Major Jake Lockley tease to be resolved in anything other than the second season. However, that's not the only exciting thing that we'll be talking about today, as another superhero has been confirmed to join Daredevil-Born Again Assemble. But before we get into all of the fun and juicy bits, guys, we're giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel to one lucky subscriber. More on how to win at the end of this video. And if this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notification so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. Isla Ruby mentioned on the most recent Cosmic Circles podcast that her co-worker, Alex Perez, who is also an industry insider, had heard some intriguing rumors that Kang will somehow be featured in Moon Knight Season 2. Thus, according to the Cosmic Circles, there are reports that Kang will appear in Moon Knight Season 2 and that at least 8 different variants will play key roles in subsequent films. Although the news sources don't specifically name the MCU project, this is still a lot of information given that Marvel Studios and Disney are suing leakers at the moment, making subreddit private for the time being. However, there is no doubt that Marvel Studios will portray Kang the Conqueror in different light now that he has been revealed as the MCU's main antagonist, replacing Thanos. Kang is much more potent, being an unending knowledge of how his variants function and is fully committed to the plan to rule the multiverse, which we did see in Marvel Studios' most recent film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which exposed us to Kang's darker side. Also, at the end of the film, in the first post-credit scene, among the many variants of Major's Big Bad who shows up, one of the key trio is Rama-Tut. In the comics, this version of Kang journeyed back in time to ancient Egypt to rule over its residents. So, it almost comes as a surprise to fans that there haven't been more speculations and theories about the variant's connection to Moon Knight or even Khonshu himself, given his Egyptian connection. But keep in mind that Marvel Studios has not officially announced the second season for Moon Knight, so all of this information should be taken as a rumor. But in a previous interview with The Direct, Moon Knight showrunner Jeremy Slater revealed that at one point, there was a reference to Kang in the first season. He says, and I quote, "There was a line in the script. I don't know if it survived. I can't remember. But there was a line where I think Steven is sort of rattling off Egyptian history and locked away in his brain. And he did mention Rama-Tut. I don't remember if the line is still in the show or not, but it was that small. It was him mentioning the list of famous pharaohs or something like that. But that was Nick Papin, one of our executives at Marvel. That was his idea to sort of slip in that as a fun Easter egg." End of quote. Although Disney hasn't formally confirmed that the second season of Moon Knight is in the works, this also suggests that it may happen. Especially with Moon Knight Season 2, it is significant to note that none of the prospective Kang the Conqueror theme listed is currently in progress. Marvel and Disney could easily alter the time over and over again as they plan for their upcoming movies and television shows. And as I mentioned earlier, Rama-Tut is a variant of Kang who went back in time and ruled as a strong pharaoh. And on the other hand, Avengers Kang Dynasty writer Jeff Loveness said to Polygon during the promotion of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that he didn't have much faith in someone like Moon Knight to directly combat Jonathan Majors' major antagonist. So, Moon Knight meets the Egyptian Kang Rama-Tut and starting to expose his face in meaningful ways which would be logical. He seems to be one of the most significant Kangs based on his appearance in Quantumania. Now, I get that all of this sounds interesting and thrilling, but the biggest question about a possible Season 2 for Moon Knight is just, where will Marvel Studios be able to fit in within all of the massively crowded slate, especially if they are reducing the output on Disney+. Because we've had loads and loads of reshuffling, delays, and all that. But the thing is, if Moon Knight were to use Rama-Tut, it would be a clever and natural way to join the larger multiverse saga, which will eventually happen. Currently, Marvel only intends to release Secret Invasion and Loki Season 2 on Disney Plus this year. And now, going over to the other exciting news about another MCU superhero who has reportedly been confirmed to join Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock in Disney Plus' Daredevil-Born Again series. Well, in the last couple of days, there's been a lot of Daredevil news, especially in terms of casting, and as we know it, the program has just added John Bernthal's Punisher, another Marvel superhero, as New York City's production got underway. Jeff Snyder of the Above Line said on his Hot Mic podcast that he has learned that Alaqua Cox's character Echo will appear in Daredevil-Born Again on Disney+. Now, I know that most people may not be surprised by the story, given that a Hollywood Reporter recently claimed that Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox, and Kingpin, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, will both appear in many episodes of Echo and play important parts. According to reports, Hawkeye's spin-off will serve as a prelude to the events of Born Again, which will see both D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk and Cox's Matt Murdock make their comeback. Moreover, the pair are both spotted in Echo trailer that was privately screened to attendees at Marvel Studios' D23 panel in September of 2022. The 6-episode Echo has now reported release date for early 2024 after delays caused its problematic development. This appears to be right before Daredevil-Born Again begins its 18-episode season next spring. And with the recent debut of a new comic team-up series featuring the two street-level heroes, Marvel has recently made a point of foretelling the relationship between Daredevil and Echo. This is probably a deliberate setup for Matt Murdock and Maya Lopez to appear together in Daredevil-Born Again. Furthermore, following the conclusion of Hawkeye, Echo has a beef with Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin after learning that he was responsible for her father's death. Daredevil, on the other hand, already has a feud with the New York criminal boss. Ideally, position them to work together to bring him down across Echo and Born Again. Although Echo and Daredevil may most certainly form a heroic team, their connection is unlikely to become romantic as it has in the comics because Matt Murdock is approaching 40 years old in the MCU, while Lopez is just in her 20s, creating a bizarre age gap. Echo may look to Daredevil for guidance as he transforms from tracksuit mafia commander to street-level superhero. The man without fear may even teach her some new martial art moves, while also teaching her to overcome her deafness, just like he did with his blindness. Although, it is not yet obvious how significant Echo will be in Disney Plus' Daredevil-Born Again, but it's not hard to imagine her appearing in at least a few episodes. Since that Daredevil-Born Again has a season with record-breaking 18 episodes, there will be plenty of opportunities for many characters to appear and disappear throughout the show. Daredevil-Born Again is expected to hit Disney Plus in the spring of 2024. And with that said, we'll go back to our giveaways. Guys, we're still giving out a brand new PlayStation 5 on this channel once we hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. And all you have to do to win is watch our videos, subscribe, turn on post notification, like and comment. And one lucky subscriber will be chosen from the comment section to win our brand new PlayStation 5. Also, we want to say thank you to everyone who has ever supported us this far. We truly appreciate it. What are your thoughts on this video? And how excited are you to see Kang variant Rama-Tut appear in Moon Knight Season 2? And what's your thought on Echo joining the cast of Daredevil-Born Again? Please don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one.